Hi everyone and welcome to the Actually Business World. Today we're going to talk about 5 ways to work smarter, not harder. But before, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to our channel. Now, let's begin. Number 1. Delegate more. Mastering the art of delegation is an essential skill, but if you're a control freak, perfectionist, or micromanager, it can be difficult. The key is understanding that the ability to delegate will make you more productive. From a management perspective, delegation occurs when a manager assigns specific tasks to their employees. By delegating those tasks to team members, managers free up time to focus on higher value activities while also keeping employees engaged with greater autonomy. Not every task can be delegated. For example, performance reviews or any personnel matters should be handled by you. After all, hiring the right talent and knowing each employee's strengths and weaknesses will ultimately make you better at assigning deliverables and transferring responsibility to the appropriate team members. If the person you're delegating work to needs specific training, resources, or authority to complete the assigned project, it's your role as a manager to provide all 3. Setting someone up for an impossible task will frustrate both sides. Your colleague won't be able to achieve the desired outcome, and then you'll likely need to put that work back on your to-do list. You need to allow for failure, not because your employees might fail, but because it will enable experimentation and empower the people you're assigning tasks to take a new approach. Delegating isn't easy. It's a skill that must be practiced and honed over time. But the better you become at aligning the right people with the right tasks and responsibilities, the more effective you'll become at your job as a manager. Number 2. Don't wait for motivation. For many people in the workplace, motivation is a determinant of productivity. It significantly helps your work speed up. People rely on different ways just to boost their motivation, as it's the driving force to deliver exceptional results. What if I told you, though, that you don't need the motivation to stay productive? In fact, being too reliant on motivation will sabotage your momentum if you become unmotivated. You shouldn't expect your tasks to be done with utmost ebullience every day. You can't also go reading another motivating article, a quote, or watching motivational videos every time the driving force of your work dissipates. There is a surprisingly effective fundamental process to work without motivation. It involves learning to turn fleeting motivation to habits that would not turn their backs on you. Some people freak out when they feel unmotivated. They think it disrupts everything they've been working for, or that they have to go back to square one again. They would feel guilty about slacking off, yet they can't do anything about it because they don't even want to get out of bed. The first step you can practice to start getting back on track is accepting your emotions. Stop making yourself feel guilty about things everybody also feels. There is always a reason why you feel the way you do. Either you're not properly compensated at your current job, you hate your boss, or you hate your work environment. Number 3. Measure your results, not your time. When it comes to productivity, we often focus on how long something takes to complete, as opposed to what we actually accomplished in a day. We often assume that the number of hours spent at work are an indication of one's effort, interest, and accomplishment. However, in reality, the greatest ideas and the execution of these ideas happen in spurts. The best ideas often do not require a lengthy conception, and the most productive days are seldom the longest. But still, managers instinctually measure employees with an eye on the clock. There's no shortcut for the perspiration required to make ideas happen, but the time required to complete a project successfully must reveal itself rather than be dictated. If you care about your work, you will do what it takes to get it done right. As such, your performance should be measured by your ability to get work done on time and done well. Your decisions about when and how you completed the work should not matter. Inefficient hours in the office are better utilized out of the office as creative stimulation. Time spent in the outer world is still productive if it is increasing the rate of idea generation and providing the mental focus required to capture and complete action steps when back in the office. One way to assist you with measuring results instead of time is by generating done lists. This is simply an ongoing log of everything you completed in a day. By keeping this list, you'll feel more motivated and focused since you can actually see what you accomplished. At the end of the day, measuring success by output and not time may require even more perspiration and hard work. Number 4. Create and stick to a routine. Habits are powerful, but they're not easy to form, particularly good habits. Creating a schedule for your daily tasks and activities that you're able to stick to will help you to form good habits and break bad ones for a more productive, happier life. Setting up an organized daily routine is a little bit art and a little bit science. The science is figuring out what you need to get done, while the art is figuring out when to do it. First, write down everything you need to get done daily, both in your home life and at work. Don't worry about how you organize this list. This is a brain dump, not a to-do list. Take 30 minutes with a notebook to jot down everything you do each day, as well as everything you should get done. Think about when you work best and group your tasks into the time of day that makes the most sense for when you'll best complete them. Life gets in the way of even the most detailed of routines. The point is to harness your most productive times to use for your most challenging tasks and your least productive times to do the more mundane tasks. Creating a daily routine seems daunting at first, but you will soon reap the rewards when your productivity soars, morning meltdowns are reduced, and you find you actually have pockets of free time throughout the day or week. Number 5. Stop multitasking. Let's be honest, at one time or another we've all bought into the stereotype that women are better multitaskers than men. Many of us even highlighted it as one of our greatest assets. I know I've been guilty of this in the past, particularly during interviews. It's something that, in the past, many leaders have prioritized when hiring employees. After all, getting the most out of their working hours is good for business. But over the years, it's becoming clear that it's not only impossible to multitask in the way we've come to understand, it's also detrimental to our health to attempt to do so. Trying to focus from 9 a.m. until lunchtime doesn't really work. That's around 4 hours with no break. Once every hour, give yourself a 5 or 10-minute break. Get up from your desk, go outside and get some fresh air, grab a coffee, or just have a big glass of water. It's beneficial to get out of the work zone in a controlled, regular way, as it will actually give us more clarity and renewed energy when we return to the task at hand. Make a list of things you need to get done that day, and I mean everything. Once it's down on paper, you'll free up brain space to actually think about other things. Another major distraction is our phones. The key here is not just to put your phone away, but to turn it off. Take it to a different room, or put it in your locker if you have to. Thanks for watching. We hope you really enjoy this video.